look like mechanical skeletons to the final assembly line. In a matter of minutes, they will emerge at the other end, finished motorcycles, ready to roar.
The first step of the main assembly line is to put a handlebar or this kind of small stops. Here we assemble the fairing. This is the middle area of the main assembly line. This is the final station of the line. Final operator check defect parts, and if there is no defect, he carry to the final inspection line.
The last stop in the factory is the final inspection area. First, workers visually inspect each bike. They fire up the engine for the first time, letting it warm up before the very last step, the power test. The barcode for each bike tells the power test computer what program to run. It also records all the test results. If your bike broke down 3 years after it was built, the factory could go back and pull up its barcode, specifications, and test results. It's like a motorcycle with a medical record. In another part of the factory, the new world of high-tech meets the old world of tradition. Every time Kawasaki engineers create a new engine design, they stop to celebrate their work with what they call a new engine starting ceremony. Japan is made up of 4 major islands, which altogether are slightly smaller than the state of California. Tokyo is the de facto capital of Japan. There's actually no legal definition for Tokyo's status as the capital of the country, but it is home to both the Japanese government as well as the royal family, and has in fact been considered Japan's capital city since 1868. When most Westerners travel to Japan, they go to Tokyo, a megacity with 35 million people and the largest gross domestic product of any metropolitan area in the world. Few Westerners ever see the southernmost island in Japan. It's called Kyushu, and it's widely regarded as the birthplace of Japanese civilization. Kyushu is considered a very spiritual place. Kyushu is extremely mountainous and home to one of Japan's most active volcanoes. Sitting on one side of the volcano is one of the best, most challenging racetracks in the world, but few people even know its name. It is called Autopolis, and it takes a full day to get there from Tokyo.
Autopolis was what an amazing facility. It was just, it's very far away from anything. You're kind of out in the woods.
It is an hour and 45-minute flight from Tokyo to Kyushu, but it's like taking a trip back in time. From the neon signs of Tokyo to a very different, rural-looking Japan. After arriving at the airport on Kyushu, the next step is a long bus ride up a narrow mountain road to the track.
We took a long, long bus ride. You go on these winding mountain roads through all these little forests and everything, and then here's this huge, beautiful facility.
Kawasaki introduced the new Ninja ZX6R to Topolis. It was the first time Western journalists had ever been invited to ride at the track.
Riding at Autopolis was, it's a magnificent track. There's such a neat variety of corners, and the grip was quite good.
All the different Ninja models feel remarkably at home at Autopolis, including the ZX14, the biggest, baddest Ninja of them all.
We had a ZX14 on the track, which was a scream. I mean, it's a big, fast bike, and you kind of tiptoe through the corners and pull the trigger. Really nice long front straight and a lot of fun. Beautiful setting, too.
The front straight at Topolis is just part of the 2.9-mile circuit that has 13 different corners. Topolis is the only track in the world built on the side of an old volcano. It sits in the mountains 3,000 feet above sea level. And riding the roller coaster is the experience of a lifetime.
Firing down the hill, a lot of speed, and then you come to a right, and that right-hand corner, it's, you know, it's so deceptive. You know, you have a catalog of corners that you've seen, and you sort of try to apply what you've learned about turns to these turns. And that's the kind of corner where you look at it and you go, oh, well, I got to slow down. Well, no, don't slow down, because you don't have to, because you get driven into the pavement, which increases the grip, and you could just go so faster there. When we were at the track, the ZX14 would come by, and it sounded like a jet. I mean, it just was making, I mean, it's just crushing air, you know, it's a little bit bigger and makes so much power, and it would just come by and it was pretty awesome.
Few Westerners ever get a chance to ride at Autopolis. Most of the time, the track is used by factory test riders, pushing new bikes to the limit. The motorcycle industry is a highly competitive business, and while Kawasaki would let one of their test riders describe a high-speed lap around Autopolis, they didn't want his face or name to be made public.
After you leave the first corner, you see the second corner. The second corner is the most exciting corner on the course. The next corner determines who will win or lose the race. Braking is very, very important in this corner. So if you brake correctly, you can really open the throttle when you exit.
The test riders know every inch of the track. Still, the section they call the roller coaster scares even them, and they ride the track every day. The roller coaster is a long downhill straight that drops more than 160 feet in elevation before ending in a tight turn to the right.